Okay, so in the previous video we have seen the design of sewers and these two equations. Now let's write down about the velocity. So the concept we have seen in the previous video, so we'll start directly. So give the heading of flow velocity of flow in sewer. Velocity of flow in sewer. So velocity of flow in sewer should be velocity of flow in sewer should be somewhere in between somewhere in between. So it should be between self cleansing velocity should be between self cleansing velocity and non scoring velocity. So the maximum velocity that it should be non scoring to the material of the pipe, so hence it is called as non scoring velocity. So give the first heading self cleansing velocity. Self cleansing velocity. So it is a minimum flow velocity. It is the minimum flow velocity. It is the minimum flow velocity at which no silting or settling of particles, no silting or settling of particles takes place. Okay. Now, so write down this formula here. So self cleansing velocity Vs or V self is equal to square root of 8k into s minus 1 into g into d divided by f. So this is the self cleansing velocity formula, where k is called as sediment factor. So whatever the sediments are present, so it depends on that. The next is called specific gravity. S stands for specific gravity. Then d is the size of particle, this particle size, and f is called as friction factor. And g is acceleration due to gravity. So with this we can calculate the self cleansing velocity. Now this is the minimum velocity. Okay, so you can even write it down. So this velocity is the minimum velocity that should be given while designing the sewer. Now what should be the maximum velocity? So that is called as non-scoring velocity. Non-scoring velocity. See, if you just see the sewer, okay, and let's say the velocity is very high in this sewer, the velocity with which the sewage is moving, it is very high. So what will happen? These materials of this pipe, okay, these materials of these pipes, they will start scoring. So there will be a scoring action if the velocity is very high. So the velocity should be such that there should be no scoring, and such velocity is called as non-scoring velocity. So write down, it is a maximum velocity. It is a maximum velocity at which no scoring of sewer, at which no scoring of sewer takes place. Okay, so as you can see that this scoring is happening of the material of the pipe. Okay, it is happening of the pipe. Hence this velocity, that is non-scoring velocity, depends on the pipe material, or we can say the material of open channel. So this velocity, that is non-scoring velocity, NSW, is dependent on is dependent on is dependent on material of the pipe or material of the sewer. So write down this table. So type of sewer and non-scoring velocity. It is in meter per second. So if the sewer is RCC, then non-scoring velocity is between 2.5 to 3, and if it is made up of cast iron, that is CI, then it is 3.5 to 4.5. So with this, the velocity of flow in sewer, this topic is completed. Now we will see how to calculate or how to fix this cross section of sewer and how to fix the slope of the sewer. So that we'll see in the next video.